had 300,072. On the EC8A, they even recorded 337,699. When they got to EC8B, they cancelled about 5,000. It brought down to 3,352 and 32,000, and then it eventually ended at 300,000. So there was a discrepancy of about 40-something thousand votes between what the BVAS accredited and what the EC8D accredited.
Ordinarily, in the same situation, the only figure that we should know and we'll be working with is the 253,000 as captured by the technology and on that day of the election. Correct. But unfortunately, there are discrepancies. All of these figures are to tally. If they do not tally, there is a problem. Let's move forward quickly.
So the non-compliance happened with INEC electoral guidelines in 338 polling units, 15%. So the key message again is that in 85% of the polling units in Bayelsa, there were no issues. The results reflected a match between the BVAS and the total votes cast. Now, what I do not know is that we didn't see the ballot papers, so we didn't know whether the vote distribution were done correctly, but we assume with the agents present and signing that in 85% of the polling units, everything went well. The agents corrected the right result. In 15%, they altered the results. And where were this altering happening?
And there are only 8 local government areas.
Only 8 local governments.
In Bayelsa. But of course, we know that Nembe was the
significant one was Nembe, Southern Ijo, Obuya, number of INEC compliant, non-compliant PUs, and Brass. And then to a lower extent, Yenogua, Ekeremo, and Sabama, and then only one in Opokuma.
You know what happened?
Which is the local government of the governor of Bayelsa.
So they were reduced.
Yes,
reduced
there was no impact.
But of course, you know that Kolokuma, Opokuma, there were major issues in that election. We saw a lot of controversy around that. But of course, we know that Nembe is a major
Brass
one. 127 PU. That's a lot.
Yes. So 79% of the polling units with overvoting are in 3 local government areas. Nembe, Southern Ijo, and Brass. And Nembe, I believe, is the local government of the APC candidate. So in Nembe, in Southern Ijo, in Brass, there was heavy overvoting. This is overvoting in only 254 PUs. This significantly altered the results because APC got 80,000 votes in these polling units that were to be cancelled. LP got only 758, and PDP got 12,025 votes. So these are the problem areas, 3 local governments accounting for almost 80%.
So 3 political parties benefited from the overvoting problem. The disease were transmitted the way
to look at it, this is the cancellation of the total result, whether you benefited or not. So what is happening here is that you are looking for the party that won in those places that were tampered. That tells you who benefited.
Absolutely.
So 80,000 votes went to APC if you put these votes in.
Absolutely.
And then, if you look at the collation officers cancelled results in 49 polling units. So 205 units with overvoting, contributing 78,095 votes, highlighting possible corrupt practices and impacting electoral integrity. So when they finished at the ward collation level, APC's Nembe was still number 1, Brass number 2, Southern Ijo number 3. But APC's votes dropped from 80,000 to 68,000. PDP votes dropped to 8,481 if you cancel those polling units. So this is what happened at the collation point. In Nembe, in Basambri Ward 2, Osundeyi Omolara was the presiding officer. The BVAS accredited, at the polling unit level, the BVAS accredited 71 votes. He now entered 627 votes, and he gave APC 622, LP 2, PDP 3, and had 556 overvoting happening in Basambri. And in this, he moved it to the collation office. Dr. Oluchi Grace Wosu, who I guess either a medical doctor or PhD, was the collation officer. He refused to look at the BVAS and all that, and entered it into the result. As given. So that is what we saw in Basambri ward, and this is 71 BVAS, 627 votes.
And that's,
there was 556
That's
votes.
a polling unit there.
Yes, you can Polo, Peggy Polo Square.
Yes. So all of these are tracking.
Yes.
They have the
documents. Yes, you can track it.
Yeah.
You can track it. So 2 local governments in Bayelsa East Senatorial District recorded the highest incidences of overvoting. That is Nembe. The BVAS accredited 7,000 and the voter vote cast was 53,000. So this is about almost 6 times the votes.
Yes.
Brass local government. Yes, multiplication of the number of votes. I'm saying BVAS accredited 7,000. Yeah. And they added almost 40-something thousand votes in it. So if you go to Brass, the BVAS accredited 16,000 and the total vote cast was 31,000. So these 2 local governments were the major culprits. They contributed 85,000 votes in Bayelsa. So if we were to use the 1,905 polling units where there were no issues, 84.8%, almost 85% of the polling units where there are no issues, the total vote cast will drop to 231,000. PDP votes will be 161,000. APC votes will be 63,000. And LP votes will be 539. So PDP will have still won the election. The man got the highest votes, majority votes in all the INEC non-compliant votes. But APC will have significantly come from 100 and something